Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 14 of Controllers and Coffee. It's a video game podcast, and I am joined today, as always, by Kat Gerritsen. Hello, Kat.
Yo. It's a video game podcast. It's
Hey,
about video games.
Just want to make that clear. It's not about coffee, although I could probably talk about coffee for hours on end.
I could not, soz. I can talk about caffeine. Caffeine, I got it, but coffee,
Kat, how are you?
So good.
Mm-hmm.
The consoles are almost here.
It's so close.
So close.
So
what have I got,
close.
like 38 hours left of work before I can
Yes.
enjoy
Counting
my
down
life?
the literal hours.
Yeah, literally. And my leave for Cyberpunk got approved.
Woo!
It got moved and approved, so
Moving and approving.
I'm in the big leagues, baby!
I paid off my Series X yesterday. Very happy.
Very nice.
Traded in my 1X and I got $420 blaze it dollars back
Nice!
for it, which is wild because they're
So how much
doing
do you
like
have to pay then?
$330.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I'd already paid $200, so I
Nice.
paid it off, and I got a little slip so I can walk in on launch day and just pick it up, get Assassin's Creed. Can't get the Falconeer on launch day because the physical release has been delayed in some territories. But I'm trying to get a review copy, so yeah, that was the face I made.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, because I'm going to be reviewing it, so that's cool. I'm so excited. I just want it to be
so excited.
Tuesday.
Two days later, and I'll be living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Living the dream. Like I'm gonna be. My two are gonna be Godfall and Demon Souls. I mean, how more predictable can I be?
I don't know.
I don't want anything
Nah,
else.
yeah.
I don't know what else there is out there that I could possibly want.
Not a Spider-Man fan? Not a Spider fan?
I did like Spider-Man, but I'm already going to be spending a lot of money on video games. Like, I'll just take the two for now, I think. Unless there's something there that I've just completely forgotten about, and I'll be like, oh.
No, not really. Sackboy.
Nah. Oh, Sackboy, no.
And you're not going to play Valhalla?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. We'll see how much money I have left over on my gift card.
True. And you picked up a capture card. That's exciting.
I did. Wait. Did you hear that rustle? Here it is. I haven't done anything yet.
Nice.
Set it up yet, but here it is.
Just waiting.
I got the more expensive one, the HD 60S Plus, because it's only $40 more expensive.
What's the actual difference?
The output for 4K 60 pass through, which
Nice.
is not necessarily something that I'll be using, but it does future-proof me a little bit.
Yeah, for when you have a 4K
For $40,
monitor.
yeah, like for $40,
Hell yeah.
I'll take it.
That's sick.
I will take it. I just have to set it up, which I haven't done. I also bought a power bank because I'm not a power bank, a USB bank for all my peripherals.
Oh,
because
nice.
that I've got no space anymore. But so as you can tell, I've spent all of my money already. I've paid off my PlayStation obviously as well, so I've got no money, and I had to pay my tax this week. Guess who paid more tax than Trump, despite not living in that country? Fucking me.
Oh, shit.
But yeah,
That's
woo.
super exciting. Yeah, I think my capture card does 4K 60 pass through, but only 1080p 60 capture. Not like I would ever need 4K. I don't do 4K videos anyway.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Like it's no biggie. The other thing that I would have like jumped to would have been the PCIe, but it's so much more expensive. I'm not getting that.
Yeah. Fuck
It's
that.
a no.
That's a no from me. Well, let's get stuck into a bit of next gen next gen news.
Next gen.
Speaking of Xbox games, well, we didn't really, but The Medium coming out the same day as Cyberpunk, which is devastating for the Bloober team.
It's like, no, I'm gonna play it still. I want to be
Yeah,
spooked.
I think a lot of people will, to be honest.
It's gonna be my break from Cyberpunk.
Will we play it?
No.
Well,
Or will we?
Or will we? So, the Medium has gotten a refused classification from the Australian, fucking surprise, classifications board. But it may not be all the doom and gloom and all the doom and gloom that we may think it might be. I don't think it means it's been banned. I think.
I don't think so. What sort of themes would it could have in it? Possibly like you'd have to be some pretty rough themes, and I don't think they've really hinted at that in their footage thus far. I think they just filled out the form wrong.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are thinking. I'm looking at an article from Kotaku. A lot of the things that get either refused classification, just
They
either
can't read.
resubmit it or they take something out. It's usually related to drugs, weed a lot of the time.
Yeah, plant,
which is
the
ridiculous. The herb,
lettuce.
the devil's lettuce. And like Katana Zero was overturned, and DayZ was. Well, they took the weed out and it was overturned. Same with apparently Wasteland 3 was initially banned or refused classification, which is so dumb because there was like a drug in the game that was essentially weed, but it wasn't even called marijuana or anything like that. So really weird. Australian ratings is just so dumb.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Wild. But it's coming out on Game Pass, so it better be here.
That's apparently as well. So, what is it? Where is it in this article? They're saying Crusader Kings got refused classification, but Australians were able to play it thanks to Game Pass. So I wonder if like they don't have to classify it.
I guess.
Or like.
I wonder if it gets around it because it's a service and you're paying for a service.
Already,
and that's going to be on it, but it's not necessarily something that you're purchasing within Australia. Like you're not buying it.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not buying it.
And like I think the classification is only for like the physical release anyway. So
Digital.
it's a really weird one. But I learned the other day that like even like the movie ratings board doesn't have to, like, you don't have to do it. It's optional, but like no one's gonna like distribute.
Your movie doesn't have to have a rating.
Yeah, in the US. How weird's that? But like no one does it because no one's gonna distribute it when it's like
When
no rating. Yeah, just so stupid.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who the fuck is on that board?
And
why is it? Men. What have they done to make it so difficult that so many games and studios have to redo their stupid form so much?
Stupid.
What's it about? What's that about?
What's it
about? It makes me mad. Who's in there doing what? Like, and also, what do they get to do? Do they just get to look at a form? Like, what if they fucking lie to you? Do they get to play the game? Do they get to observe? Like,
I think
they get a little taste to feel what that should be like and feel whether or not that weed deserves.
Yeah, and they have to like. I've seen where they write down all the potentially like adult themes and like, you know, it'll be like there's a scene where like blah 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 happens and you know you smoke weed or whatever and.
See a butt.
But like, yeah, you see a butt. Refused. Ban.
Refused. Get it out. No ass down here.
But it's like
tits only.
What is it? Nipples only.
Nipples only.
Actually,
but no,
only areolas.
We don't want any chocolate starfish.
Yeah, I don't know how it fucking works, but that cat is not impressed.
She's like, chocolate starfish. What do you mean? Yuck.
So yes, they say in this article that apparently a representative from the classification board said, as of October the 28th, 2020, the classification board has not received an application for any physical game by the title The Medium, which is very strange. I don't get that.
Like, I've been fired and he doesn't know it yet. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I haven't heard of any new games in months. What do you mean? What's the media?
Or maybe they're not doing a physical release, but that seems strange as well. Because, yeah, why would they only bring it out digital? I mean, to be fair, I don't think like Observer or Blair Witch got a physical edition though.
Yeah, no, and it's not like it's gonna be a huge seller, especially seeing as they're releasing it on the Series X is their main there, but the Series S and Game Pass are both digital, so
yeah, true, and PC is digital as well. So it's like only gonna sell copies for people with a Series X. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, so maybe they'll only be trying to release larger titles for that.
Yeah, that is true, and it's not published. This is, I guess, a misconception. A misconception a lot of people have because it's so heavily marketed by Microsoft. It's not being published by them. It's being published by Bloober Team themselves. So, like
maybe they're just saving that cashola.
Yeah, very strange, but hopefully it gets, sorted out.
Classification. I'd love to play that game. I want to play that game, get spooked, raise my heart rate, jump into Cyberpunk.
I think Cyberpunk will be heart rate raising enough, to be honest.
Yeah, it will.
But
when I need to when I want to stay up later at night to keep playing, I'll just play a little bit of the medium. I'll be too scared to sleep because I'm baby, and then I can keep playing.
Yes. That is fair. I want to play it. I want to try and play it. Even though I'm a baby. Oh my god. Okay.
You're going on holidays.
Speaking, 9 days
you got
later.
No time as it is.
I'm just gonna just mess with our entire show notes here. So
it's fine.
I said before we spoke that I haven't played any games this week. But that was actually a lie, I remember.
Oh.
I played Doki Doki Literature Club.
You told me about that. How dare you lie to me?
Oh my god. I know, right? How fucking dare I? Dude, that game, anybody who is watching this, please go play it. It is fucked. It's fucked. Play it. It's free on Steam. It is the biggest, what's the word I'm looking for? It subverts your expectations in the most insane way possible, and it is wild. I played it for like 4 hours, like almost 4 hours straight, about 6 hours, 7 hours.
Okay.
Depends how much of the talking that you just kind of skip through. I played 4 hours. I couldn't put it down. I could not stop playing it, and it got to 1 a.m, and the game was starting to get really fucked up. It takes probably about 2 hours. For the first 2 hours, it's
normal.
Just an anime dating simulator. Legit, just, you're like, what is the deal with this game? And I am not going to spoil it for you or for anybody who's listening. It's fucked. It is fucked. I could not stop thinking about it. I felt like the biggest monster, and I was having weird fucking dreams about, oh man, it was just, it was horrifying.
Like when I had those Katana Zero fever dreams,
Yes. When I played Katana Zero the other day, I was like, I'm going to make sure I don't go to bed straight after this.
Yeah, just gotta give it a pause, give it a breath, get a break.
So yes, highly recommend Doki Doki Literature Club. It is not what you think at all. It is, and then the second session, because I got home and I was like, I have to play this game. I cannot stop thinking about it. And I finished it, and the end is weird, and you have to do some interesting things to actually finish the game. It is so weird, and I refuse to spoil it because it was such a surprise for me. So definitely play that. It's free. It's on Steam.
Keep my eye on.
Don't read the reviews. Don't even look at the game's description. Look at the game's description because that's interesting, and then don't read the reviews. Just play the game. It is wild, absolutely wild. Definitely,
I'll pop it on the list.
Yes. Have you been playing anything besides Hades?
No, just playing Hades. Got my thick dub.
Woo!
Played a little bit of Destiny as well. Not too much. I'm just, biding my time until the new console.
Yeah, and I think Beyond Light comes out in like 3 days.
Yeah, it does. Well, yeah, 4 days or something. I think it comes out on the 10th. So.
Ah, okay, it is the same as the
Yeah. So rip.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Then it comes to cool. That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Do you play it on PlayStation?
No, I used to, but I play it on PC now through Steam. Through its many iterations of where it's lived.
Yeah.
This is wild. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm excited.
Mm.
I don't play it too much though to be like super hype about it because I know they're sunsetting a lot of things and adding a lot of new stuff, but I don't know enough. Which is fine because I'm happy to just go in and enjoy it for what it is. But the DLC, if you want to buy Beyond Light and get the version that gives you all the DLC for the next year, it's over $100. Like that game, every time it's over $100. It's so expensive.
Why don't you play
which
it
is
on
why I dropped
Game
off.
Pass? Is it on Game Pass for PC? And it's cross-save now, isn't it?
It is cross-save, but I don't know if Beyond Light will be on Game Pass or just the base will be on Game Pass, and then you have to purchase Beyond Light.
Well, it is for the console. Everything is available on Xbox for Destiny now. So I don't see why they wouldn't.
Well, right now everything's
PC.
free except
Beyond
for
Light.
the season.
Yeah, but Beyond Light is definitely coming to Game Pass for console at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
should
see.
be interesting. All right, Kat, this is you. We got a little topic at you.
We got a little topic that I think is very interesting in this time that we're in. We're in this little COVID restriction bubble all around the world, and I wanted to have a chat to you today about games that come and go. And I think there's been 3 solid examples that I can give you of these games. And as soon as I mention them, everyone listening and watching will understand what I'm talking about. The 3 games that I can pop out right now are Fall Guys, Among Us, and Phasmophobia. And what do they all have in common? That's direct to you, Direckt. What do they have in common?
Well, I was going to say jelly beans, but there's no jelly beans in Phasmophobia. Well,
you don't know that.
I haven't played it, so I'm not sure.
You don't know that.
No, they are all very much flavor of the month games, or flavor of the season, month.
Season, yeah, month, a little bit longer. I just think it's very interesting, given that everybody's in lockdown, that we've got 3 small titles, 3 indie titles that have absolutely been blown out of proportion beyond the devs' understandings of this mortal realm. Like they exceeded their best wishes and their best dreams, and then beyond the dreams dream and the dreams dream. Like it just keeps going. They could never have expected to reach this far. And the first one that hit that fucking skill, that fucking huge phase, was definitely Fall Guys.
Absolutely.
And it did it not take the world by storm? And it's still going. There's still heaps of people in it. But not as much. But still, I think more than the devs anticipated upon release anyway.
Yeah.
Which is amazing for them. And then Among Us came next, which again is still being played. Probably lasting a bit longer on Among Us because it's so much easier for the general public to be playing Among Us on their cellular devices, given that it is just an app. So it is a really easy party game for people to play at home. And now Phasmo, which I think is, I'm putting it in this category, but I think it's to a smaller degree. I think it's just very popular right now. And I think given that it's coming off the back of those 2 games, it could potentially be in a similar category. But I wanted to discuss what do you think the effects of this is on those teams?
That's a great question. Can
like,
before I answer that,
no,
I'll let you, no, okay, well, yeah,
no,
I'll
continue.
just kill myself. Uh, Phasmophobia has currently got, and it's like we're, by the looks of these numbers, it's like we're just waiting for the next thing now, because Phasmophobia has just under 12,000 viewers. Among Us still has 37,000, which is pretty good, but it's like Phasmophobia has 360,000 followers. Among Us has 4.2 million followers. So, like, clearly at one point, everyone was just like, oh my God, Among Us. So 37,000, that's still pretty decent. Fall Guys has 2.8 million followers, but only at the moment 1,500 viewers, which is wild to think how that's changed over the few months. Like, they're probably still at a point where they're getting more players than they originally thought. But in answer to your question, it's crazy to think, like, okay, so Mediatonic, they're three pretty different teams as far as I know. Mediatonic are a small developer. Like, the team that made Fall Guys is actually a pretty small team. But they're also quite a large developer who's worked on some really big games before. But as what's the word?
You're telling me, man.
Like a secondary studio or something like that.
Yeah.
Like assisting other teams. At least I think they have. Oh wow, they've been around for ages. But yeah, so like, I mean, if their small team is probably doing the brunt of the work anyway, but like, they have other developers to kind of call on if they need support. But even then, I think they were just like absolutely blown away. And that was before it even came out that it started to really pick up.
Yeah, their media manager fucking hauled ass. He did a great job.
He really did.
But I wonder what it is, what sort of effects it causes long term on these devs, because we saw how big of a boom it was, and you could see in their Twitter that they were hiring, new level designers, etc., etc., etc. I wonder how grandiose a plan they started working on when it blew up so large, and it did keep its fire for quite a bit. Like, as I was saying, flavor of the month. It wasn't like a 1 week wonder and then it was done. Like, it wasn't just launch. No. Pretty much like until the end of season 1, people were really hyped for it, and then in season 2 it's really dropped off. And I wonder if they may have overextended due to the initial positivity and not expected then the steep decline. Because we know that happened with Among Us, where the devs were like, okay, no one's played this game for yonkies, we're going to stop, working on it. Hang on, everyone's here, we're going to start making Among Us 2. We've cancelled Among Us 2, we're going to start releasing stuff for Among Us 1. The plans change so rapidly because of the community interaction. So, like, I wonder how that affects these varying size teams, because as far as I know, Among Us is a really small team, and then Phasmo is one guy. Like literally like 4 people for Among Us or something, 4 to 6, I think. And then Phasmo, I'm pretty sure, is just one dude.
Wild.
And like especially even for Phasmo or Among Us, like, how much revenue did they suddenly start receiving? And how much of their life was previously dedicated to dev work?
Yeah.
For Among Us, their game had not been successful for quite a long time.
Yeah, it came out like 2 years ago.
Exactly. And so, like, are they... Yeah, and like, are they in a position where they're normally working on dev work so they can, like, adjust and then adapt to the response and start putting more effort into Among Us? Or do they look at their regular day-to-day jobs, if they have those, and start making big decisions when...
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting point. Like, I wonder, with like a team that small, is that their job?
Yeah.
Because there's so many developers that like are either just hanging on by a thread, or that's not even their full-time job, and they make it on the side. Especially like I know it's on iOS, or it's on smartphones, but like a game like anyone can really put a game on Steam.
Yeah.
And it has potential to blow up. Like, yeah, in comparison to Mediatonic, who are like, that's their job. They're professional game developers. They have a team. They pitched an idea. It did ridiculously well.
They have contracts. They can scale forward and backwards. Like, that's fine.
And the publisher, like Devolver, it's like, it's not a big publisher, but it's like a big indie publisher. It's like really well known. So they have resources, like, if they need to hire more people. Help. But yeah, I wonder like what goes through your head when like they might be thinking like, oh, this is, we can do this as a job now, and then it all goes to hell like that, especially in a situation like COVID where work is all over the shop anyway. Man, that's interesting. I can't find any information about Phasmophobia. Kinetic Game is the developer, but Kinetic Games, sorry, is the developer, but it doesn't say who they are.
Sure it's just one guy.
Which is wild because, like, that game, like, it looks bad in places, but it's still like a 4-player co-op.
Functional experience.
VR game too, like.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's very interesting to me, and like how do the devs then reconcile that with themselves? They've had this massive success, they're in a high, they can start making all these amazing plans for the future, especially in Fall Guys case. Now their game, everyone says it's dead. It's not. There's still heaps of players.
Yeah.
But what did they try to scale to? And how are they feeling now that their game have reached such heights and dropped? What sort of impact does that have on a dev's health or a team's health, even like mental health, and just like their man? It's so interesting to me that people pick stuff up and drop it like hotcakes. And
man. Like I haven't played Fall Guys for a while, but I'm still paying for Plus, and I'm like, I know that I can just go, you know what? I'm going to play some Fall Guys. And I think that's what I might do leading up to Series X, is just play a bit of Fall Guys because it's like super chill.
Yeah.
Like I've dropped off it, but like there's like these communities that I don't know if there's a lot of crossover between like the crazy obsessed with Fall Guys for 1 minute and then crazy obsessed with Among Us for another minute. Like, is it just because of streamers, what the streamers play, that these people are obsessed with it? Like, because I guess I don't live in that world. Like, I don't watch big streamers, so I just don't care. But
yeah, I was going to ask you that as well. Like, what has made these specific games so successful that they've blown out of the water like nothing else? And I think it's not. I think it's easier to pinpoint in Among Us's case. I think COVID really, really helped with that. Not only did you get some big streamers start popping it in, so it got popular, but then it's so easy to play with your friends when you can't see them and like have that interaction, and it's not just like hopping in a call and chatting. Like you're completing an activity with your friends when you can't actually be near them, sort of thing. As well as it's fun, it's simple, like it's easy, it's free on mobile, like so. There's heaps of things that factor into that, but Fall Guys is in a similar situation in that it's a very social game. It's team like groups of 60, but it's so different at the same time.
Yeah, and it's
even
not
in the way that it's a community platform.
Yeah, and I know you can play with people, but I really don't see the benefit of playing with a group in Fall Guys at all. Like,
no.
Yeah, it's fun to be in a party with your friends, but like,
there's no bonus if your teammate wins.
Yeah,
you don't get a third of a crown or some shit.
And you
like,
don't if you get knocked out, you're just watching your friend play. Like,
yeah,
it's not even
like
like
you
a
already have
community.
to be. Yeah, you have to already have a social like connection with that person to want to continue that match after you lose.
Yeah, but I guess like most battle royales are like that as well. It's like once you die, you're just watching your friend play until they finish it. Maybe it's like the same kind of
And then you can just
mindset.
quit. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you just quit and then wait for your friend and like, but then there's like, oh, I'm still in this match, and then your friend dies and they're like, oh, where are you? It's like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm astounded by how much they've blown up compared to other things, and how quickly they've died. Like PUBG blew up,
for
and it stayed
years.
for so long, and like it's still active, it's still out there. And Fortnite blew up, and it's still out there. Like all these other games that are like popping up and blowing up in these ways normally have a much larger hold and time frame that they're around for. They're more comparable to like it's like they're more comparable to a huge AAA release that everyone hops on and plays, and they finish the story. You have a few people that are like staying on it to learn some speed runs or to do some achievement hunting, and then it's dead. You know, like it's so interesting that they fill this little niche. Is it because we haven't had any AAA games that everyone can jump into and enjoy for like a month? What's this attention span? Like, what's going on?
It's like the attention span thing is like indicative of the society that we're in. Interestingly, I just looked up Fortnite and PUBG, and they're both only around 40 to 50,000 viewers. I actually thought there'd be way more. So what? Okay.
There would be more too. Although once you get like the big streamers on, we're not in streamer hours because we're in Australia.
It's 10 p.m. in Australia, so it's like not that much. But
the unblockable
also,
shot
I haven't. And also, like another game that's kind of evergreen is like the first game that's just popped up on Twitch is Rocket League, and like Rocket League is massive still, and it's been around for years, and now it's free. Now that it's free, it's like even more people. But only then. Okay, it must be the time of day. 11,000 people watching. So,
I just get how people like what makes those games the hit that they are. I want to know.
I would love someone smarter than me to like do a breakdown of that, like with all data and stuff.
Yeah, give me a survey.
Because Fall Guys.
If anyone has any ideas, let me know. Like, I want to know.
Fall Guys. I'm trying to think back to like the start of lockdown in March. When did Fall Guys really start coming in to the public knowledge? Like, because I know we've been following it since last year.
Yeah.
And
well, when it came into beta, it really blew up because they gave out so many stream keys to stream.
Yeah, that's right.
So they really blew up from that, which is completely different from Among Us's case. I mean, they also got fame through streamers, but there's no beta or anything like that pushed them into it. It just so happened to be, luck, really. Damn, luck sucks. What's this luck stat about? Like, how do I get better at luck? Damn.
I reckon. Put mine up a bit. When I level up, I'll be putting up my luck. Wasteland 3's made me realize how important it is. Yeah, no, it's a very, like, it's such an interesting topic. And I want to know, like, what's the next one? Like, what,
What's next? What could be coming out on new consoles that would possibly rocket into fame and disappear?
Because it's like... let's imagine, and I highly doubt this is even going to happen because it just doesn't seem interesting, but Destruction All-Stars comes out next year. It's free for PlayStation 5 players on Plus when it comes out in February. They've already announced that. It was meant to be a launch title, but I think maybe they realized that's just a terrible idea because that game's going to die. But like that, I don't know, a lot of people could play that, but...
Roller Champions.
Yeah, whatever happened to that game?
I just saw earlier today that it's slated to release next year.
Okay.
but it fits the theme sort of, like multiplayer, quick round,
Yeah.
social game, easy to watch, lots of hype in
Colourful.
there. Yeah, colorful,
Yeah.
betrayal when your team member fucking chucks the ball the wrong way. It could, but why? What's that special sauce?
What is that special? And it will probably be some other weird indie game.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
It's
It
gotta
never
be.
seems to be the AAA games. Like it's not a Ubisoft or a Sony game that's going to be like the next Fall Guys. We,
No.
Like we
They just-
go to those
they
things
react
first.
like a AAA.
Yeah. We go to those things because it's like they're what's obvious that's what those companies want. It's like that fucking battle royale that Ubisoft brought out, like that I just hear nothing about now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I can't even think of the name.
What even is it called? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's next. And like, is it because like are these blown up more because of COVID? And then
I think they've got to be, man.
yeah, especially Fall Guys, like it was at the peak of the world being in lockdown.
Yeah.
Like it and when like everything was about COVID and like toilet paper wasn't even on the fucking shelves.
Yeah.
And like it was impossible to buy hand sanitizer. Now like the world's I mean
Some parts of it.
From an Australian point of view, it's like everything seems like it's normal again. And then I like talk to people in the US and the UK and it's like, oh shit, like it's hard to get my head around that now because it's so normal here again. Obviously there's like all these things put into place, but but it's like we're going to work, we could still hang out and go out for dinner, go see our friends. Like in the UK it's like we can go to the movies again. Like if you go to the UK it's just like you cannot do shit. Like
they're going back into lockdown again, so like into their very restricted one. But yeah, I am interested to see the long-term effect on the Mediatonic team and what they continue to do with Fall Guys. We may never know what their initial plan was and for how many seasons they wanted to continue it or how long they wanted that game to live. And we'll just have to see how long it's supported, what their scope changes to. I think it's indicative of their small team that they brought out a new season and they only had 3 new maps, 3 or 4, whatever it was. Which I don't think helped the case too much. I think a lot of people were excited for season 2 for some new stuff.
Yeah.
And just 4 new maps wasn't quite enough. So I am excited to see. Well, I'm not excited to see. I'm interested to see how it affects them and what happens next. But I'm not excited because I don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
Yeah, true. And they, just looking through their games, I was wrong. They haven't worked on any big games, but they've worked with Microsoft a bit to do like, I don't know what that is. Fable 14. It's a card game about Fable.
Nice.
But they did Gears Pop, which
which is dying.
Had just announced that it's over.
Yeah, it's dead.
Which is interesting. But yeah, like
we can't focus on Gears Pop anymore, man. We gotta retrace all of our assets straight into Fall Guys.
They did so many interviews and stuff, and they seem like the reason why Fall Guys is like as good as it is and as polished as it is because they really cared enough to like make like they didn't want to just make a level and it be okay. They like spent so much time crafting the why was this level fun. And I mean when you give it to millions of people, they're obviously going to complain about it, and that's why people were like constantly screaming at them on Twitter like get rid of the team games and all this bullshit. And it's like, man, like I don't know, that's probably why it's hard for them to make more quickly because they're not a big team. They have to test vigorously, and they can't just
the volume that they receive
pump out some bullshit because everyone will be unhappy about it. Also the devs will probably be unsatisfied about it, so Yeah, I'm interested as well. Please, someone smarter than us, make a video documentary
Make
about it.
info.
Go
Make
talk to
info
the
for me.
developers.
Oh, no.
They won't talk to me. Oh, uh-oh. You're frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're coming back.
Yep, you froze for a little bit, but we're good, Chi.
Alright,
We're good,
you're
I
back.
think.
You're a little bit low res, but whew, got scared there for a sec.
Woo.
Well, good topic.
Kat, you've got my res.
Thank you, Kat. You're I think the video game gods heard us and tried to shut down Discord. So like, how dare you rationally speak about things?
How dare you have questions?
Alright, well let's move on. Pokemon
We
Go.
got some things to smash through. Yeah.
Pokemon Bro. Talk to me.
Pokemon Bro.
So
All that money.
Pokemon Bro.
Pokemon Bro. They have made so much money. What was it? The estimates show Pokemon Go has already surpassed 1 billion in player spending so far this year. The revenues for the first 10 months of 2020 are 30% higher than the same time last year.
How?
And 11% higher than the entirety of 2019. Now, back to what we were just talking about. COVID's here. How is so many people playing Pokemon Go to such an extent that your revenues are so high? Although I understand in Japan it is obviously huger. COVID is treated a bit differently there, and they have Pokestops about 5 right next to your home. So what else are you gonna do while
Especially
you're
if
at
you
home?
live in the city. It's just boom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, pretty much.
But even then, that's
what?
like revenue. Like people are paying for microtransactions. Like
They need more Pokeballs.
Yeah, true. There's probably like Dratinis popping up everywhere in the middle of Tokyo.
I just didn't think that.
That's
I was
incredible.
totally wrong. The US is the game's biggest market at 1.5 billion, 36.3% of total spending. Japan is second with 1.3 billion, 31.3% of total spending.
Holy shit.
Followed then by Germany
Okay.
with 5.7%. But like,
Wow. Okay. So
maybe it's America because they're just all still walking around outside.
yeah. Well, wow. That's interesting that America is only like a slight bit more than Japan, even though it's got like triple the population.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the first 10 months of 2020, Pokemon Go is the third biggest game in the world in terms of player spending across iOS and Android. It loses out to PUBG Mobile and Honor of Kings.
fuck is Honor of Kings?
What? Why are people spending so much money on Pokemon Go? I mean, good for them. I mean, they don't need more money. That's for sure.
The Pokemon company.
The Pokemon company does not need more money unless they're going to start using that money to research the creation
games.
of actual Pokemon. No, not good games. Actual Pokemon. Like, if I can get a Togepi and replace this cat with a Togepi, no, I'll keep them. They can be friends. Put a Togepi with my cat. Like, otherwise
That
you
would
don't
be
need
so
that
sick.
money. I don't like. Yeah, what? So much money. In a world where we're stuck inside, the game is made to make you go outside.
Maybe
How is it doing better inside?
Maybe that's why. I think you've nailed it, Kat, because people can't go outside. They're not hatching their own eggs by walking. So people are just buying Pokeballs to catch more shit.
Oh yeah, because they can't hatch their eggies.
Yeah, so they have to catch all the Dratinis. I don't know why Dratini is the one that comes to mind.
I don't know, you
I
gotta
do like
buy
a good
more
Dratini.
hatchery things to put your eggs in so you can run on your treadmill and just pop them all at once.
True,
like-
maybe people are exercising inside more.
Yeah, it's just, it truly blows my mind. This game is marketed entirely around going outside, and yet they are doing better than ever when people cannot go outside. Stunning. Amazing work, Niantic and the Pokemon Company.
So, I'm just going to pull up an article from... Oh, okay. So, in August...
Yeah, they did make changes to the
there's
game.
some changes, but also in September, there's one saying they've rolled back a lot of the changes.
That's why only the first 10 months were successful.
Yeah, true. Starting the 1st of October, we'll be making some changes to temporary bonuses.
No, it's because we're
Right.
only in the 11th month now, so they don't know. But
Yeah, no, I know. Shh.
Don't tell
Um,
them.
but yeah, interesting. That is so interesting. That is a lot of fucking money as well. That is a lot of money.
Yeah. So
Uh,
much money. The changes led to an immediate spike in player spending.
What did they? I'm trying to find what they actually changed. Did they have it like set up so there were just Pokemon everywhere? I could just read this article, but I won't want to sit in silence for the next 5 minutes.
No, you gotta sit in silence.
God, do you remember how fucked COVID was in Italy earlier this year?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And March feels like a fucking lifetime ago. This year.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Look,
crazy.
March feels like so long ago, but at the same time, it's November. What are you
Yeah,
saying?
I know.
What? Anyways, they implemented changes to improve the game's step tracking, so you can track your exercise better indoors. You can participate in raid events without actually going to raids, which tend to be landmarks or other public areas. And other events and in-game content had their walking distance requirements reduced, greater rewards for interactions, and discounts on in-store items to make it easier to play without traveling or grouping up, because it is hard to play without a group of people. So I guess they just made a bunch of changes. It just blows my mind. I have this little graph in front of me here of the spending. Pokemon Go spending by week in 2020. So on Feb 3rd, which is the highest since the start of the year, on Feb 3rd it was 17 million per week. Then 15.5,
Wow.
13.5, 14.2, 13.3, 13.8. So you can see where the trend's around the 13, and then the week they made the change, 23 million.
Whoa.
So,
what? That
huge
is
changes.
crazy. They were like, we need some more money. That's a shitload of money.
Like, oh boy, nobody's coming to the Pokemon stores anymore. Seeing as they're locked at home. Dude, are they going to make a Pokemon theme park? Because I'd go to that. I don't even like Pokemon that much, but I'd go to a Pokemon theme park. If they can make, like,
in Japan.
animatronic, like, Pokemons.
Oh
like
my
that
god.
robot dolphin that they've made. If they could make them but Pokemons.
Oh.
But Pekimans, I would go to that. I would go and pat some... Dude, if they could have, like, a giant Tyranitar, a Kangaskhan,
Oh,
a
Kangaskhan.
Cubone that just runs you down and smacks you with a fucking... Yeah! Like,
Cubone.
I'm all about it.
Oh,
That would be
man.
sick.
As if there's not already one in Japan. Look it up. Look it up. Oops, I didn't mean to close that. Oh, Kentucky.
There's an abandoned Pokepark.
Oh my
was
god.
a traveling Japanese theme park based on the Pokemon franchise. Both locations are currently closed.
That's weird.
Pokepark. I think they could do a much better one now, especially given how they're making that giant Gundam. Like, they can make Pokemon.
Yeah, hey.
Like, put some of that money from Pokemon Go into the Pokemon theme park. I guarantee you'll see returns. Like, people will be flying in to go to that, like, from all over the world once COVID's done.
Yes.
So maybe in a few years, but that just gives you time to build the park.
Yeah, that's it. That just gives you time to breed real Pokemon, Niantic.
Yeah,
Pokemon
exactly.
Company.
All the money you've got, you need to mesh an egg with... I don't even know what you mesh an egg with to get a Togepi. I don't know.
A starfish? No.
Maybe an egg with a starfish, and then you got to take that and merge it with, like, a hairless, like a mole rat or something. Something.
That does not sound as adorable as a Togepi.
That's a Togepi. That's a damn Togepi. I don't know what you know about genetics, but I'm pretty sure that's a Togepi.
I know nothing about genetics.
Alrighty, well, Pokemon Go has made a ton of money this year, and it's ridiculous.
Good on you, Pokemon. Keep, selling.
Keep on earning that
keeping
dot.
on. Every time I hear the saying "keep on keeping on," it just
Keep
makes
on
me
keeping on.
think of Death Stranding every
Yeah.
time.
Keep on keeping on.
Oh dear.
Alrighty, what's up next, mate?
All right. So let's get hyped. So, all right. So Xbox planning a few cheeky little launch events.
Yeah, they are.
So the first one, because we live in the future, will be Greenstown, and it is so pretty. The picture.
It is very nice.
New Zealand is
We
just
do live in the future, don't we?
stunning, isn't it? Yeah, we do. New Zealand, a little bit further in the future. So,
Ew, there's an ad for like a giant lump of earwax right next to my beautiful pictures. Like, ruined. Anyways, it looks beautiful.
Horrible. The Xbox Greenstown event will be in Queenstown. Whew, who knew? And it is going to be a live stream. It's obviously, going to be worldwide because it's a live stream, but
No, only New Zealand's
yeah, only New Zealand and Australia get it. But I'm just so excited because this is the night before the console. It's like fucking Christmas Eve, and I get to watch.
Hours before the console, or is that the second event?
That's the second event for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So this will be 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That is, I love that. We always get shafted with fucking
nothing.
everything, and finally, the night before the new console, I can be bloody sitting there, twiddling me thumbs, waiting to fucking play a good new game, and gonna be able to watch this Greenstown thing.
Fucking hype up.
Oh, I'm gonna be like,
popcorn. You're not gonna sleep all night.
I know, it's gonna be one of those fucking Christmas Eves when you're a kid that you just can't sleep. You're just like, did I hear Santa? Nope.
Did I hear Santa? Is that Phil?
My parents are drunk. And yeah, I think it's gonna be like a countdown essentially because it's 11 p.m. For New Zealand time. So it's going to be, a countdown to the 10th of November. They're going to be showing some, fan videos, which I've submitted one. So I hope
it
mine
better be
gets
there.
in. That'd be so sick. I got all my cool Xbox merch in the background, just to be a fanboy. So fucking eat it.
Eat it.
Console fucks. Console war fucks. Yeah, so that's cool. And then there's going to be one in Mexico, 7 p.m. on the 9th, which is it's like 1 p.m. or something over here on the 10th. So that's going to be cool. And apparently there's going to be one on the 9th as well for the US. And I read somewhere else there's going to be another one, but I can't remember.
Valhalla one as well?
Yes, that's right. There's like an Xbox cross Ubisoft. I'll try and find that. Also, they're giving away the most expensive bowl of ramen from Gumshara, which is amazing. Some of the best ramen I've ever had. They're giving it away, and it's got a gold.
Yeah, gold in it.
It's got a whole lobster, but the front half of the lobster is just gold.
Gold. It's just gold.
I'm like, how? I want it, but
what
I
want
it.
Do you eat it? How do you preserve it?
I would eat the ramen real quick. How are they going to bring it to me as well?
Yeah.
How are you bringing me?
Maybe they'll bring them to you, and they cook it for you.
Oh my god, that'd be the dream. Fuck, where is this bloody fucking hell? Stop posting so much, Xbox ANZ. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Xbox launch celebration. Oh, here we go. This is the one I was actually looking for earlier. The launch celebration global live stream, November the 11th, 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, Oh, go away. Which is, what's that in the US? It's like, I don't know, the night before or whatever. But there's going to be like a fan event. It is 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be like Let's Plays with content creators and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like the whole launch day is going to be like just filled with cool launch events, which I'm super excited about. Here we go. The Voyage to Valhalla is an Assassin's Creed game show featuring I saw it before. It's like is it Stephanie Ben Dixon? Is that her name?
Yeah,
and
Hex?
Hex, and some bloke, there it is.
Not bad.
Some guy who's a football player, like an NRL player, and he looks like such a weirdo. He's like, I'm gonna screenshot this. Just send it to you in the chat because, oh my god, it's excellent. Oh no, I can't do that. I'll ruin the whole video. Okay, I'll send it to you afterwards. So that is happening on November the 8th at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time on twitch.tv/Ubisoft ANZ, and it's being presented by Xbox, which is super cool. Like, I love that. 2 nights in a row, 2 hype town events. I love it.
PS5 doesn't have anything similar as far as I'm aware, and I think they fucked up on that. Like,
in the age of like streaming and COVID, like what are they doing?
Yeah, there's so much potential for extra hype. Like, whatever. I'm excited for you and your hype.
Yeah,
because that's really, really, really cool. And I'll probably be hyping up too and watch that Valhalla one because I'm not sure if I want to grab it. The thing that's interesting me the most about Valhalla is what the fuck is the word? That doesn't make sense. The actual Valhalla, like the Jotunheim.
Oh my god, how cool is that shit?
Yeah, because other than that, I don't want to run around. Like, a lot of the bits that they showed weren't necessarily the most colourful landscapes, and I want some more colour in my life.
Oh,
but
it looks so pretty, though.
It does look so nice.
The rolling green hills and stuff look just stunning.
Yeah. So I'll observe, and we'll see where I go from there.
I'll let you know what I think next week when we record.
Excellent.
And probably many times before then. Like, oh my god, cat, look at this. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to see so much what is the word? Shit. What is their world called?
I don't know.
Oh my Christ.
Like Asgard. It's shit.
Yeah, Asgard is Earth.
No.
No, that's Midgard.
Midgard is Earth.
Sorry. So Asgard. Yeah, it's
Asgard. Yeah. I'm just really excited to see that sort of stuff because that stuff really always made me more excited. That sort of lore shit as opposed to just regular world shit.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks.
I'm very keen on that.
So pretty. Yeah, very cool. I'm super pumped. I think it's going to be lots of fun. Hopefully that quiz thing isn't just too cringe factor, but whatever. Also, it was funny. There's everyone like commenting on the Xbox Greenstown thing. People are like, "Oh my god, there's going to be announcements," and they're literally just writing on there like, there's not going to be any news or announcements. There won't be any studio acquisitions. There won't be any games shown."
Tired of the studio acquisitions. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Me too.
All I see is people just saying shit about random studios, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't even if one of them's true, stop popping out all this other shit. You don't want.
Oh my god, they're gonna buy EA. Oh my god, they're gonna buy Ubisoft next. Oh my god, they're gonna buy Sony. Fuck off.
Sony's apparently gonna buy Crunchyroll, but
my point.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, look at them go. For
$987 million or some shit.
Oh, nice. But I just you don't want one company to have the monopoly.
No.
It's gonna ruin games for you.
No, yeah.
Look, think about what happened with fucking Last of Us 2 when it got delayed and every other game around it moved. Disgusting. Because Sony has so much power over them, they can do that, but it's an isolated incident. If Xbox acquires all the studios, they could do that whenever the fuck they wanted. What a hassle! On top of just all the other problems that you have with monopolies, like, fuck off.
I just don't even think it's like everything we read from just randoms on Twitter is like, that's not gonna happen. Like, why? Like, yeah, they bought Bethesda, but like that's a pretty fucking good business deal. And it's only 7, like I say only, there's 7 really amazing studios, well 6 really amazing studios, but like they were a private company. They apparently didn't have great ownership, and maybe the owners just wanted out. And Microsoft were like, yeah, fuck yeah. 7 studios is a great acquisition.
Yeah, give me that.
But like they're not just going to go out like I'm going to start ranting, but they're not going to go out and fucking buy Ubisoft. But Ubisoft has so many studios. Like, they're big ones like Montpellier and Montreal and Toronto and Quebec or whatever. Like, they're big teams. But then they have like studios in India and Singapore and Malaysia and here and here and here and here. And they're fucking everywhere. They have thousands of employees. They're a public company. They're not going to buy Ubisoft. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, chill out. Xbox have 23 studios now. It's great. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, they might buy like 1 or 2 more studios, but like every other studio they've bought has been pretty small. Like, like Playground Games are probably the biggest, and anyone would have thought they were already a Microsoft studio anyway. All they did was make Forza Horizon. Like, and then they were like, well, you're using our technology, you're making games for us, let's buy you. Obsidian, tiny. They're much bigger now. Like, Ninja Theory with like 30 people. Like, fuck's sake, they're not going to go out and buy.
Enjoy what you've got.
I know.
Enjoy. The games are coming. It doesn't matter if it's just enjoy. Just calm down.
I should take your advice.
Salt. Speaking of salty, toxic people like yourself, having a bit of a rant.
Yeah, this is what I fucking. God. Yeah, tell me.
Amazon have patented a method of grouping toxic players together in online matches. Now,
excellent.
People patent shit all the time, and it's not necessarily something that's going to be used. So don't get too excited. But
I'm excited.
Wouldn't that be a joy? Like, just fucking once you get enough people saying that you're a toxic piece of shit, you're done. It's like the cheat in Fall Guys. Back to Fall Guys, when all the cheaters got moved to Cheat Island and they had to fight against all the other cheaters. Exactly like that. But all the toxic little turds get to go and yell at each other in the corner, and everyone else gets to have a little bit more of a peaceful time and enjoy the game that they wanted to play. So what a delightful idea. I am 100% behind that. Definitely bring that in. Obviously, there'd have to be a review system, as there always is for reporting anyway. So
yeah, which is always broken in some
like
way,
you don't want to accidentally be pushing people into the toxic server because the toxic people are voting them into the toxic server. But I think it's a great idea. I'd love it. I hate toxic people. I'm here for good vibes. I mean, I love a good rant, but don't aim it at the other people. Like,
positive vibes only.
Yeah, positive vibes only. A rant at the man is fine, but
yeah. See our last podcast episode.
Yeah, you can rant at the faceless masses. But if you're in a lobby with someone, don't be a
dick.
Dog.
Don't be a dog.
Don't be a dog. And that's all I have to say on that matter.
That's beautiful. And look, I think that's great. I don't know how. I mean, how would they implement it? Just from reporting? People getting reported?
It would have to be just from reporting.
But that always works well, you know?
Yeah.
because humans can be trusted. But that's
They'd have to
funny.
be two reporting. You'd have to be able to report people for being toxic and report people for being
false reporting.
non-toxic.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
So
actually,
and balance.
you used to be able to do that on Xbox 360. There was like you could like rate somebody's like profile, and you could give them like out of 5 or something like this. I vaguely remember it, and it was really cool. You could like say like this person's really friendly, or this person's really like, you know, not friendly, or just a toxic jerkbag. But yeah, I remember something like that on 360. It's non-existent now, but
yeah,
cool,
wild,
very cool. And you know what's cool? That pretty much ends the show.
That is cool.
We are at just over an hour, so look at us.
Classic.
It's because this next gen train is so close to coming into the station. Oh, next week.
Next week it's going to be new consoles, bugs or news about the new consoles, and new games. Like,
and it's just going to be probably 2 hours of us talking about the next gen consoles, frothing hard.
2 hours of froth. Join us next week for 2 hours of froth. Right off the top.
Oh my god. And on that amazing note, let's leave it at that. Kat,
of course,
tell the people that camera, and that camera. Tell people what you've got going on in your life.
You and you. Join me. Anywhere, really.
Over that way.
Let me start with join me on Instagram.
Oof.
Capcat.works. One of the many, but that's my main. Join me on Twitter at CapCatty. But most of all, you lovely people, I won't swear at you. Join me on Twitch, twitch.tv/CapCat, where next week, with them new consoles, you know it's going to be there. I got that day one. You're going to have an unboxing. You're going to have me trying to figure out how to fucking set it up.
Yes.
You're going to have a lot of fumbling as I try to get my capture card to work with it and get the sound to come across properly. It's going to be great.
It'll just be taking up the whole room.
It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. And then we're going to play Demon Souls.
Yes.
We're going to play Godfall. It's going to be great. And we're just not going to stop. I got 6 days off, baby.
I'm so jealous. I tried to get 6 days off, and I couldn't. I could only get 3.
3 is better than 0, man.
It is.
What can I say?
But
I won't be streaming the whole time because I do have other things that I need to do. But 6 days where I can dedicate a majority time to streaming and playing video games, like, see you there.
You better be there.
Be there.
Kat
or
is an amazing.
Worse than a square.
Yeah, like a hexagon.
What's worse, more sides or less sides?
Yeah, I don't know. A triangle. You fucking triangle.
You fucking triangle.
Yes, circle. That's got no. It's just got one side.
You round.
You round.
You fucking line.
You arc.
You vertices.
You arc. You parabola. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks, Kat. You can find me on Twitter at Direckt Gaming. But don't follow me. Follow Kat. I don't know which way to point. Follow Kat. She's way more interesting than me, and her streams are really funny. And also, if you're listening to this podcast, thanks. Give us a review / rating on your platform of choice.
10 out of 10. Really 5 out of 5. That's all we accept.
Please don't rate it lowly. Rate it highly. And if you're watching this, thank you.
Smash that like.
Sorry, what I was meant to say was, if you're listening, go onto the YouTube channel, subscribe, smash that motherfucking like button, and then if you are watching, go and listen on the audio platforms.
Smash that like. Rate
it. Smash subscribe. Do your thing. Appreciate you. See you next week. Bye bye.
Peace.
Peace.